screams he's the quarterback. But if people are going to negative in April, they're going to be negative now because they're going to be like, oh, where is he ranked? Forget that. Look at the interceptions that were off of Jerry Jeudy.
The 2025 Cleveland Browns season has been nothing short of a roller coaster, full of heartbreak, fleeting hope, and jaw-dropping moments that left fans wondering if they'd ever see a quarterback they could truly trust. And yet, behind the scenes, a narrative has been quietly taking shape, one that Mel Kiper Jr. isn't willing to let slide. According to Kiper, certain members of the Cleveland media have been blatantly misrepresenting rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders' performance, twisting facts, and burying the truth under a mountain of negativity. And for a voice as respected as Kiper's to call out this kind of dishonesty is a big deal.
Everything about Shedeur Sanders screams he's the quarterback, but if people are going to negative in April, you blaming Burrow for that? No. You're blaming Shedeur for a couple batted balls that were picked off? You shouldn't, okay? So you're going to be fair here.
This isn't just a debate over stats or rankings. This is about the integrity of football reporting. And Kiper is ripping the Cleveland media for failing the rookie in ways that go far beyond the scoreboard. So, what exactly did Kiper expose? Sanders, a rookie quarterback thrown into arguably the toughest situation any young QB could face, has been labeled a disappointment. Turnovers, mistakes, yes, those happened. But that's exactly what you expect from a first-year player adjusting to the speed and complexity of the NFL. Kiper points out the hypocrisy. Joe Burrow, an established veteran, throws interceptions, and it's chalked up to bad luck, offensive line issues, or miscommunication. Sanders does the same, and suddenly he's written off as a bust, as if rookie growing pains are a crime. The double standard couldn't be clearer. What makes this story even more remarkable is the context Sanders entered. He didn't have a single first-team rep in training camp. Not one. No rhythm with the starting offense, no experience reading NFL defenses in live situations, and no margin for error. The Browns essentially threw him into the fire with, "Here's the ball, good luck." And Sanders didn't just survive.
So really, when you look at what Shedeur did this year, not having any training camp, never with the ones, defense, offense, be thrown out there, playing in brutal weather conditions, not in dome.
He showed flashes of brilliance. He demonstrated poise under pressure, accuracy in the pocket, and the kind of composure that has Browns fans daring to dream that they might finally have found their quarterback of the future. Kiper has been vocal about just how badly Sanders has been misrepresented. Take Jason Lloyd, for example. During the offseason, Lloyd hyped up Dylan Gabriel as the future, barely acknowledging Sanders' existence or the fact that he wasn't even given first-team reps. Once Sanders started performing, winning games, showing growth, suddenly Lloyd had a lot to say, and none of it positive. It's the classic move. Ignore the rookie when he's learning, then criticize him when he starts proving doubters wrong. The audacity is staggering, and Kiper isn't letting it slide. Let's look at the facts. In Sanders' first NFL start against the Raiders, he threw his first touchdown and racked up 206 passing yards, leading the Browns to a crucial victory. This wasn't garbage time padding, it was meaningful, pressure-packed football. Myles Garrett anchored the defense, but it was Sanders' performance under duress that made the difference. And yet, did the Cleveland media acknowledge it? Of course not. They moved the goalposts, focusing on what he didn't do rather than what he did. Then, there was the Titans game, a performance that should have silenced the critics. Sanders threw for 364 yards and 4 touchdowns, a stat line that any veteran QB would be proud of. And remember, this is a rookie who had 0 first-team reps, thrown into cold, harsh conditions, facing a defense designed to exploit mistakes, yet Sanders dissected their coverage, made smart reads, and carried his team back into a game that looked like it might slip away. 4 touchdowns, 364 yards, and a rookie still being called a bust. The injustice is almost too much to comprehend.
Get them into the right calls. I think he can get them lined up. I think he can complete passes, get the ball out quickly, and keep the chains moving.
Kiper emphasizes that these criticisms ignore the bigger picture. Rookie quarterbacks improve with experience. Mistakes aren't evidence of failure. They're part of the learning curve. Sanders' interceptions, expected. His growth and resilience, remarkable. And the fact that a veteran analyst like Kiper felt compelled to speak out underscores just how egregious the media's misrepresentation has been. The Cleveland media's coverage also exposes a troubling pattern of double standards and bias. While veteran QBs like Burrow get the benefit of the doubt, Sanders is held to impossible expectations. The rookie had no first-team reps, was facing brutal weather conditions, and stepped into a franchise desperate for answers. And yet, the narrative being pushed is one of disappointment, as if Sanders' struggles are a reflection of character or potential rather than circumstance. Mel Kiper's critique isn't just about fairness, it's about facts. Sanders' stats, his game management, and his on-field leadership all paint a picture of a rookie stepping up under impossible conditions. The Browns have been handed a rare talent in Sanders, and yet the media continues to undermine him, shifting the narrative to suit preconceived biases. Kiper's call-out exposes this hypocrisy and challenges fans to see beyond the noise. In essence, Sanders is not just surviving, he's excelling in a pressure cooker environment.
Gabriel will become the first quarterback to make his initial NFL start in one of the international games. Jason Lloyd with his thoughts on Dillon Gabriel.
Rookie quarterbacks rarely get thrown into the deep end with so little preparation and succeed the way Sanders has. His growth, leadership, and performance in meaningful games prove that he is exactly the type of player the Browns need to build around. Yet the local media refuses to acknowledge the reality, choosing instead to cling to outdated narratives and biases. This isn't hyperbole. Sanders is Cleveland's quarterback. His victories aren't luck, his numbers aren't flukes, and the praise he deserves has been buried under misleading narratives. Games against the Raiders and Titans, along with other performances throughout the season, showcase a rookie who is learning fast, performing under pressure, and proving his doubters wrong time and time again. The takeaway is clear: Shedeur Sanders is the real deal. Mel Kiper Jr.'s critique isn't just an opinion, it's a necessary corrective in a media environment that often confuses cynicism for analysis. Sanders is learning, improving, and showing the leadership and talent required to turn a struggling franchise into a contender. He's been thrown into the fire, and he's come out not just intact, but thriving. Rookie quarterbacks develop, mistakes happen, and growth is part of the process. Sanders is no exception, but he's exceeding expectations. In challenging circumstances, he's shown poise, accuracy, and the ability to make big plays when it counts. And Mel Kiper Jr. is right. The Cleveland media's narrative is not only unfair, it's dishonest. Cleveland fans have a quarterback to believe in, and Shedeur Sanders' rookie season should be seen as a triumph, not a disappointment. The interceptions, the rookie mistakes, the learning curve, they're all part of the story of a young player being forced to grow up fast. And as the offseason unfolds, one thing is clear: Sanders' story is far from over. He's a rising star, a player who deserves the opportunity to lead, improve, and redefine what it means to be a Browns quarterback in the modern NFL. The 2026 season promises to be a defining chapter in Sanders' career. If he continues on this trajectory, he won't just silence critics, he'll reshape the narrative entirely, proving that talent, poise, and perseverance can overcome even the most unfair scrutiny. The Browns may have found their quarterback of the future, and the media, despite all its attempts, can't change that fact.